off by saying congratulations on the brand new single, Gravity. We've been playing it a lot on our show, and we've been getting a lot of requests for it, so congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much, man. That's really cool to hear.
So, Matt, I guess to start off, tell us a little bit about Gravity. Tell us a little bit about the track itself, what inspired it, and how did the track come to be in the first place?
Yeah, definitely. So, we were back in last June, we were in Melbourne recording with Chris Lallick, and we for this EP, and we brought him some songs that we worked on, and then we decided that we'd write a couple from scratch because we were short a few songs, and we were like, let's see how we go writing something from scratch, like just like on this one day. And so we pulled a random chord progression together and just built up the song from that. And we were very surprised because we normally take a very long time to write a song from start to finish, but definitely one thing that Chris taught us was you don't need to take that long to write a really good song, and that was just an example of that. It turned out to be the lead single from our upcoming EP, so we were really stoked on that. And I normally, as a vocalist, I normally write lyrics after the music's at least started to be created. I find it easy to get inspired that way. And so once the song was done, I only had a couple of days to write some lyrics to it because we were down there recording and we wanted to wrap everything up before we left. And so I decided to tackle the issues that myself and I know a lot of people suffer with, like anxiety, particularly socially.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. It was just the vibe from the song. I got that. It's not a particularly dark song, but it's kind of mysterious, and I think that was a cool way to get inspired. So I chose to write about that, and we were just really stoked with how it turned out. And we decided to drop it first off the EP.
Yeah. Did that feel like it put pressure on you to have to come up with the lyrics so quickly, or was anxiety a topic that you already wanted to kind of tackle in a track?
Surprisingly, I wasn't that overwhelmed with it. It was definitely something I wasn't used to, having to write an entire song of lyrics in such a short amount of time. But I don't know. I think from the start, I had an idea and I didn't have that many hiccups, so there wasn't a big point where I was stressed about finishing it and making it really as good as it could be. So yeah, I think it could have gone south, I think, but luckily it didn't.
Yeah. I'm working with Chris. Chris is in one of my favourite Melbourne bands. Tell us a little bit about what he's like to work with as a producer.
He's insane. For a couple of previous releases, we worked with a bunch of different producers around Brisbane, and whilst they were, we didn't have particularly bad experiences, we just didn't click, I guess, as much as we wanted to. So we obviously extended the search elsewhere, and we knew Chris from Windmaker, I'm sure a lot of people do, and we knew that he was a really good producer, and at that time he'd obviously just done Empire, and then our friends into Octavia, he did their first EP, Nocturnal, which we thought was really, really great. And then so it was mainly those two releases where, like, dang, this guy knows what he's doing. So we took the plunge and went to Melbourne to work with him just for one song to start with, just to test the waters. And then we really, really liked it, and we got along really well with him, and he saw our potential and saw our ideas and where we wanted to take them. And it was just a really great vibe, so we decided to do the rest of the EP with him as well.
Yeah. June last year, Melbourne wasn't a very fun place to be. What was that like, recording an EP in the middle of a pandemic, but also in the middle of a city that was in and out of lockdown?
I know. It was pretty insane. So the first time we went down there was August, September 2019. We did that first song with him, and just the one song, and then we went back down there to work on the rest of the EP 3 different occasions, but there was a big block in June where we spent like 2 weeks there and finished it. Yeah, we were very, very nervous about getting in and getting out without being stuck or having to quarantine for 2 weeks, because obviously that would mean we can't work and be a huge loss in that regard. So I'm not sure. We just locked it in. Like, we looked those dates in advance and just hoped for the best. Really, we obviously understood that we might have to postpone, but it was kind of just a luck thing. I think there was obviously a period in time where they weren't in complete lockdown, and we all we needed to do was get our border passes, because we drove all the way there and all the way back. Just got our border passes for Queensland, really, and yeah, it was just a big chunk of good luck really was involved in that.
Yeah. Now, Gravity, as I said, is a single that a lot of our listeners have fallen in love with. Is that more of what we can expect from the EP as well? Like, is Gravity a great example of what the rest of the EP sounds like?
Yeah, I think so. We chose to drop it first because we thought it was a great middle point, a great balance of what all the other songs on the EP sound like. But in saying that, we hope that, you know, as we drop more songs, listeners are surprised as well. We feel like they're all quite unique on their own, and no 2 songs sound that similar. So I think Gravity is a good mix of the like the commercial rock side, like the catchy chorus, but it also involved a lot of the electronic stuff we've tried to put into our new material. It's all like guitar and drums, vocals driven still, but especially in the verses of Gravity, we decided to experiment a bit and mix it up, and I think that type of thing is on the EP quite often. So in that regard, I think it's similar. And we just hope, you know, people are still surprised when they listen to the other songs as well.
Yeah. The other big change too with the band is, of course, Connor and JMO coming into the band. Tell us a little bit about what they both bring to the band, and also why you guys felt they were the right fit for the band as well.
Yeah, definitely. So we met JMO through just playing shows together with his old band, Strategies, and over the years, like, obviously ran into each other heaps and became friends, and I started playing in his other band, Headwreck, and when, you know, I got to know him even more through that, and he's a great guitarist and a great vocalist, and we decided to, well, kind of do a bit of a trade-off where I joined his other band, and he joined Days Like These, and it's been really, really good. He, as I said, is a great guitar player and a great vocalist. He helped me out a lot live on the vocals, and yeah, so we just knew that we had that existing friendship, and we knew his skills as a musician. We're like, definitely got to ask and, you know, see what he thinks, and he was on board, and it all turned out really good. And it was kind of the same story with Connor. He used to play drums in a band called Homefront, but they unfortunately called it a day. And then we were, because me and him and I are very, very close, so I was sending him all the new songs and stuff, and he was like, dude, these are really, really sick. And I was like, well, we've got all these electronic parts in the new material that we would love to, like, be able to play at least some of them live. Kind of like a Jordan Fish type situation. But we didn't feel there was heaps of them, and enough for him to do that the entire set. So we got him on the bass as well. And he really rips, considering he's quite new to that instrument. And same thing. He was just a great friend of ours and great musician. So we thought we'd better.
That's awesome.
It'd be worthwhile to offer. Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely amazing. And I guess that leads to my next question. Are we going to get to see you guys play live much this year as well? Like, what's the plan after the EP comes out?
Yeah, we got we have a release show booked in for May 27th, and the Bright Side here in Brisbane, and we're very, very excited for that. It's going to be really important to us, and we've got our good friends from Sydney coming up called Inertia, and they're playing their first provincial then, and I'm really excited for them to be there. And yeah, it's good to see all the hard work paying off and we get to celebrate it, and people seem to be very keen for the show, so we're very stoked on that. And then we've got before then, we've got a Sydney show booked for this month. I think that's actually funny enough being up today. And then after that, we're hoping to just play around the East Coast quite a bit. We have some potential plans, but we just want to get through the release first and see where to go from there.
Definitely. Well, mate, we are so excited to be able to see you guys live maybe later this year, and I guess now on the show we're going to play Gravity once again. So is there anything you would like to say to our listeners out there before they take another listen to this amazing track?
Just want to thank everyone for listening to it. It's definitely blown us away, the response we received from it. So yeah, thank you everyone for listening to it. Thank you guys for playing it and for having me on this interview. And yeah, we've got some heaps more material coming out very soon, so stay tuned for that.
Awesome, we will do. Well, mate, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been an absolute pleasure, and hopefully we get to chat to you sometime later on in the year as well.
Yeah, that would be very good, man. Thank you for having me.
Not a problem, mate. I'll let you go. Have a great day. We'll talk soon.
Yeah, you too.
Awesome, mate. Bye.